Police launching a series of dawn raids as part of their ongoing efforts to snare football thugs who turned Celtic's title party into scenes of mayhem. Properties across Glasgow and Lanarkshire were blitzed as suspects woke up to the sight of officers bursting through their doors. 4 people were arrested by cops working under Operation Gristaline, the ongoing investigation into the city centre chaos that unfolded on May the 16th this year. Superintendent Derek Johnston has warned Yob supporters who launched attacks on cops and made Glasgow a no-go zone they can expect more of the same.
We've made 20 arrests and today is a day of action where we've made a further 3 arrests. But let me be clear that today is the first day of action and it will be the first of many until we reach the point of arresting all those involved. So my message to those people that attended with a mindset to cause serious violence and disorder is to fully expect police to be at their door in the coming days and weeks.
The latest arrests brings the total number nicked in connection with the Trongate carnage to 24. And the Scottish Sun was there to see homes in Springburn and Polmadie targeted in early morning stings, with one hooded suspect carted away in a cop van. Officers arrived at the first ground floor flat just after 7 a.m. after having held a meeting with around 30 officers at Baird Street Police Station. They split into 5 groups and headed to surprise the suspects, with the sound of a battering ram replacing their usual early morning alarm calls. Neighbours were also awakened by the alarming sound echoing down Lenzie Terrace moments before a man was escorted to the awaiting police van, his hood covering his face. The squad then moved on to another tenement block on Boyd Street before they dished out the same treatment to a front door that was left in splinters. This time the occupant wasn't home, but it's a near certainty he'll be tracked down and arrested along with others who played a part in the violence. Superintendent Johnston recalled the madness that confronted officers after Celtic clinched the title.
The trigger point for that incident at Trongate was police officers actually moving in to assist a member of the public who became unconscious and required medical assistance. And at that point, the small crowd that I refer to had turned on police by way of throwing missiles, pyrotechnics, fireworks, causing a serious injury to a police officer. And that meant that we had to retreat from that and then invoke some of our contingencies, which involved the deployment of specialist officers in Glasgow to manage and contain the incident.
And while Superintendent Johnston was delighted with the latest round of arrests, he agreed more must be done by clubs and authorities, working with law enforcement to be better placed to deal with an issue that has become an annual flashpoint.
Police Scotland absolutely not can't solve this on their own. Discussions looking at fan zones or other areas to celebrate need to be led by the club and local authority, but absolutely Police Scotland have a part to play and a part at the table of that discussion. Our main focus at any event is to keep people safe. Public safety is our top priority, so our involvement would be from a safety perspective, but the engagement with clubs, with local authorities, we are and have been involved at an early point looking ahead towards next year.
We told how First Minister John Swinney stuck the boot into council chiefs in Celtic for failing to stop Yobs causing title party mayhem on the streets of our biggest city.
Hearts, for example, engaged with the City Council in Edinburgh and arranged a programme that would be designed to ensure an orderly celebration of the success of the club if that had happened. Now, there was not a plan here in Glasgow for that, and that resulted then in, I suppose, the acceptance that there was going to be some gathering at the Trongate. And, well, based on the weekend, that was completely unacceptable because huge police resources had to be put in place. Huge City Council resources had to be put in place to protect people and infrastructure around about the Trongate, and we saw unacceptable violence. So the government will engage with the football clubs, with the football authorities and with the local authorities to take what steps we can take to avoid this happening, and if there are further legislative steps that we've got to consider to make sure that these issues are addressed, then we will do that.
2 officers were injured in the ugly scenes as 3,000 supporters defied pleas not to gather hours after the Hoops beat Hearts 3-1 to seal a 5th Premiership title in a row. But arrests have been made and Superintendent Johnston has this message to anyone thinking of causing trouble.
Well, I think today serves a strong message to anyone attending football or any associated event with the mindset of causing violence and disorder, that we will come and find you, and you will be arrested, and you'll be answerable to the courts for your behaviour. So I would ask that the public who might be thinking along those lines to think twice about their behaviour and the impact that it can have on them, but the reputation of the club and the city.